This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, sweeps to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, sweeps down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's got it! Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boys Mike and Breezy, and we are back to bring you guys another fun-filled episode. I know. Guys, you're probably looking around like, what the heck is going on? I'm on the East Coast, and it's not even 6 o'clock yet. I'm on the West Coast. It's not even 3 o'clock yet. What the heck are these guys doing, guys? I'm sorry. But the schedule is what it is. We are here, though. We're going to bring you guys a show, and if you don't happen to catch it live, there's always the rewatch option. Head on over and enjoy the show. I'm your guy, Mike Andrews, 83. You can see it right there at the bottom of the screen. This to my right is my guy, Wayne Breezy. Wayne, what's good in the hood, baby? How you doing, bro?
Man, it's Tales from the Hood, man. You know how it is, man. I'm down for the little nigglets and all that type of stuff. You remember that show? Don't act like you don't remember them little midget joints,
funny.
yo.
That is funny, man.
Hey,
Shout out
man.
to you. Shout out to you, man. I really appreciate you jumping in here on the early episode, man. I don't think we've done one like a regular show this early before, man.
I think only on like during draft week, bro. I think that's the only time.
Mm-hmm. So this is cool, man. Yes, Martin Stewart. Having the notifications is beautiful. Without those notifications, you guys would not know. You know what I'm saying? Joe P, shout out. You know what I'm saying? Troy, prayers up to you, bro. I see where you at watching the show, man. Showing us love from the hospital, man. Prayers up to you.
That's
Troy,
Castor Troy. I am
That's my
Castor
guy,
Troy. I'm Castor Troy. I'm Castor Troy.
Okay.
Yes. That was one of my favorite movies of all time, bro.
That movie was dope. Imagine if they did that now, like how like
technology. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the special effects in that movie will be off the chain, man. Oh my god, that movie
might
came
have
out
been
like,
Nicolas Cage's best movie too, bro.
well, because he was so out of character. Every other movie Nicolas Cage is, he looks like he's a dry drunk. Like I don't like Nicolas Cage in any movie. Him and Keanu Reeves, they both are just.
Oh,
dry.
you bug. Well, Keanu Reeves is dry, but I don't think I see what you're saying because Nicolas Cage was. No, he's dry. He's dry. I was trying to give him a benefit of a doubt movie, and I can't find one.
Yeah, no, it's hard, and I don't mind his movies. It's just he's a very dry actor. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Tom Hanks has a little bit more flavor than him is a problem.
Well, Tom Hanks was also a comedian, so it kind of helps. He played comedic roles. Like Bosom Buddies was funny. You might not. So you never heard of so Bosom Buddies was when Tom Hanks first got started. It was a TV show, and he would dressed up. They dressed up as women to stay in the women's building because they couldn't find a place to live or something like that. I don't remember what the thing was, but that's what the show was. It was dope though. Yo, go Google Bosom Buddies, yo. That show was funny.
Listen, based off of my web searches and history, I know it's gonna pop up if I type that in. And it's not something I want to do during this time of the day. I'll wait till later on at night and risk
y'all never seen Bosom Buddies out there,
y'all. Nobody's ever seen no damn Bosom Buddies, bro.
All right.
Shout out to QT in the chat, Eddie Glover in the chat, NBN Pineapple is out here as well. I appreciate everybody jumping in here. Facebook user, I'm not sure who you are, but Bang Bang Fluffy Gang. Okay, all right, I see you, man.
Like that's a hater.
Oh,
right?
you think that's hate?
Right? Bang Bang Fluffy Gang.
I
Why would he
mean, the
call us
Niner
Fluffy?
gang shit is kind of, the Bang Bang Niner gang is kind of corny, but I'll let y'all have it because y'all great. E40 said it. So look at Tribe, bro. You see this message here from Tribe, bro?
I see.
Breaking up, the Chiefs just scored again. Yeah, it's been one of those weeks, right? Mark Espinoza, shout out to you. I'm sorry, I don't want to disrespect you, but a Jedi says, let's go, gentlemen. I like that here, man. So shout out to everybody, man. And Terra Dome.
Hey, Mike, did you just say Jedi?
It said Jedi.
No cap, bro. When Jason Verrett returned to the football field today, word to who they were playing the Star Wars theme music, like the Return of the Empire or something like that. It was theme music from Star Wars.
Your whole face. Are you serious?
I promise you, yo. I promise you.
Hey, you can't fight fate, bro. You can't fight fate. Another
Nicolas
Facebook
Cage
user
was
said,
dope in Con Air, Jason. You are right. That would have been his second best film. Con Air was but he was a dry character though.
I'm not saying he's not good in movies. I'm saying that he's just dry.
I just couldn't wait to get home to give you this bunny doll, whatever it was. He was dry.
He's dry. He's just super duper dry in everything he's in, man. I don't know what it is.
Gotcha.
I don't know what it is, man. Bobby Robinson, Lake City Fresh is in the building, man. Muddy Jeans. Clean them up, man. Clean them up, all right? Chris Hansen's in here. Everybody's favorite hater. Woke Niner, what's going on? David Rendon is in here. Shot, man, look at this, man. Oh, I said Woke Niner already. Chrissy's in the building. Chrissy, did you get the Patreon working? I think I asked you last week, but I wasn't sure if you responded or not. I'm sorry if you did. All right.
Speaking of Patreon, Mike, they got to go check out my Patreon.
We just recorded a fire episode, man.
It's the Red Light Special. Yo, listen, we're doing a Red Light Special. We're going to try to get one every week. All right. We fell off last week, but we back this week. And man, it's hard debating with Mike. Now, usually we argue. So you figure like it's going to be great, right? But man, when I got to shut up and wait for my time to talk, bro, I never made it on a debate team, bro. I showed up to the first debate practice. They was like, you got to go. Like, why? Because you don't let the person talk. Well, I thought that was the point. If I talk louder.
And while Wayne is talking, y'all can't see what I'm doing, but I'm cheating. I'm in the private chat, typing my responses up, like my points, so I make sure I get back to him. I'm gonna let you have your moment. I'll be ready with mine. I'm ready for war. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking to win. I'm competitive. You know what I mean? I don't play many sports anymore, so you know that's what it is, man.
For sure. Fluffy Ninja says I'm not a hater. It's Fluffy Ninja, and that's why he on Facebook he's Fluffy Niner Gang, Fluffy Bang Bang, whatever. I don't know what the hell his name was, but he's not a hater. He's a 49er fan. You know what I'm saying? My bad, Fluffy. I didn't know. I just thought you were making fun of the Bang Bang Niner Gang thing. What's wrong? Am I too loud?
Sorry, I don't know if he was talking, but my ears started ringing real heavy right now.
Yo, are you serious or are you lying?
No, I swear to God, my ears started like my eyes water.
And I asked you that because yesterday, like 2 days ago, Monday, right? I was sitting here, right here, same position, and my right ear just went beep and then dead. Like I went deaf.
Yeah, no, I couldn't hear anything just then. But that was in both ears. I don't know what just happened.
At least yours was in stereo.
But we back.
Oh yeah, it was the original Mrs. I never even thought about that, Tyradome. Never even thought about that. It was the original Mrs. Doubtfire.
Miss Peachy in the building. She need to come on the show.
Yeah.
She need to stop playing and come on the show.
She's more than welcome. So Peachy and I, we're doing a his and her type of show. Our takes on the 40. So we got something in the works. It's going to be a little different. So you guys definitely going to want to make sure you tune in. Michael says, Nothing But Niners got a link to Breezy's new channel. Just got here. Appreciate you, Mike. Sure. I'm going to post the link inside of the private. I mean, I guess I could post it here.
Oh, yeah, post it in the public chat. What y'all talking about, man? So listen, for those of you who don't know, man, Wayne has been working hard. He hit 5K just the other day. I'm still applauding that because my man did that in a couple short years. So that is still a round of applause for me. But then he got hacked. And this little young bastard stole the channel from him. So it's all good. We're going to get him back to that 5K and more. We will not rest until he's there and with more. So make sure you guys get on over. He's going to post a link in the channel. We'll click it while we go through the formalities.
Mike, you're not streaming on my YouTube. It's all good.
Yes, I am.
Are you? Because I don't see it.
It's on there on mine. I
Because
see
you
it.
just did it, you mother sucker. Yeah, let me tell you about Mike.
Wait. Let me tell you the truth. I made a mistake and clicked your Twitter by mistake.
That's fine. I just wanted to, because when it popped up, I would post it. Like, you know what I mean? And it's all love, yo. Actually, it would probably be better if you don't shoot, but I need the hours watch, so we got to stream it.
No, it's cool. Someone sent me this this comment. They were like, Mike, is this real? You and Mose helped this kid? I was like, no, I don't know this kid. Like that.
Dude,
that was
joke
not
is
me.
funny, Mike.
I'm like, at all.
If to the people that like, look, Peachy just said just did. Listen, bro.
Snitching? Now you can't come on the show no more. That's it, damn it. No, that's it. You're supposed to be on my side.
You better get everybody. Shoe Low Game 2 is going down today. I just got my film back, so I got to do some breakdown of the film for the Patreon. But Game 2 is going down today. Mike, I did Madden yesterday, and I actually played it, right? Yo, the Rams defense was like on power pellets, bro. Like, I couldn't. Hey, and the Rams defense, Rams, lambs, mams. Oh, he's got a phone call. But anyway, I got beat real bad. It was crazy. So I'm going to do it again. I do got to work on my player at some point. But guys, we got a good show for you guys today, man. We're going to talk about some of the latest in 49ers news. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Let me go ahead and get that link for you guys that want the link. But again, if you're not a member of the Patreon, please go check out the Patreon. I promise you won't be disappointed. It was a really good episode. It's on Nothing But Niners Patreon, but it's on the Wayne Breezy Patreon as well. If you go to patreon.com/Wayne Breezy, you'll also see it there as well. But today's episode right here, we're going to be talking about turning the page. And we on to the Rams, man. It's Wednesday. It's time to flip the script. That's what I would have called the show.
So, all right, guys, we gave you guys a lot of time already to get settled in. Everyone's here now. We up over 100 viewers, so we can go ahead and get this show rocking, all right? If this is your first time here on this channel, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, okay? This is a simulcast. We are also live on Wayne Breezy's new channel, so make sure you guys get on over there. Subscribe, like, turn on those notifications as well. Some of y'all tried to snitch on me, when Wayne pointed out that I clicked the Twitter instead of the YouTube, and then I put it live, and then Chrissy told us, I just got the notification now. Shut up, Chrissy. We know, okay? I know I made a mistake. My bad, all right? By the way, that shut up was just a joke. Please don't take that the wrong way. All right, but yeah, guys, make sure you get on over there. We are going to post, after these formalities, we will post the link for Wayne Breezy's channel, his new channel, right in here. I will click it and highlight it on the screen for a couple of seconds. So make sure you guys get there and subscribe. We got to get my man back up over 5K. He worked hard to get there. We're going to make sure it doesn't fall. It's not going to be for no reason, okay? Also, follow us on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Those handles are nothing but 9 ERS. That is the number 9. I guess if I go too high, it blurs my fingers. I don't like that.
It's that new feature, man.
StreamYard. Nothing but 9 ERS. Make sure you guys get on over there and follow us there as well. All right. We also have, I lost my spot. Here we go. Facebook and Twitch. Shout out to the people watching from Twitch right now. Y'all are appreciated. Nothing but Niners. So head on over there, spell it all the way out. No numbers or anything like that. We have an email if you guys want to send us some show suggestions, questions, comments, concerns, anything. Reviews. Mike, you said this and I thought you were wrong. Mike, you said this and you were right. Forget what everybody else is talking about. Send whatever you want to send, all right? NB9, ERS at nothingbutniners.com. What I've been getting the most this week, you were wrong about your boy McGlinchey. And that's fine. If McGlinchey is trash, y'all, he trash. There's nothing I can do about that. All right. But I will defend him when he has a good game and just one bad play. I will defend that. But if he had a bad game, he had a bad game. And I ain't going to ever defend that. So, all right. I just want y'all to keep that in mind. And last but certainly not least, guys, the Patreons, man. Head on over to patreon.com/NB9ERS. Again, that is patreon.com/NB9ERS. Now, Wayne has his new channel, guys. All right. I'm going to post that right here in the link. I'm going to post it on all the different platforms. Ready, set, go. They all just popped up. That's what the symbol looks like. Y'all see the WB, like Warner Brothers, right? Or Warren a brother, right? Y'all remember that shirt?
Yo, remember the WB? This is the WB.
The frog singing?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Are you kidding me? That was like prime WB days, right? So that is the link right there. We got to get Wayne to get it so that it's youtube.com/ and then just the name.
Right.
We got to go in there and edit that. When we get that edit, it's going to be a lot easier for y'all to get there. So all we got to do is go over to the settings and edit it. I don't know if you got to hit a certain status.
No, you got to hit a certain status for it, Mike. Trust me, I'm on.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I promise you that. So head on over. That's the link right there in the live chat, guys. So make sure you get over there and subscribe. All right. It's time to get the show started. That was my coworker calling me. I'm on call, so I thought maybe something was going on with work.
Ain't nothing going on.
She needs a ride home from work. Now the thing, I work 45 minutes from here. I said no. But I told her to take an Uber to my house, and then I'll take her the rest of the way. So I'll help her out here. She lives over in Jersey. I'm in Pennsylvania right now, but I'm not far from Jersey. And then apparently in an Uber, did you notice? If you cross state lines in an Uber, there's a fee. Doesn't matter the distance.
Really?
At least over here.
It might be true, man. I made a mistake and took an Uber. Well, I didn't make a mistake. I had no choice because when I got home from Jamaica, the person that was supposed to set up the ride for me to get home disappeared. And so I had no ride. And so there was only one way home from JFK, and it was Uber. And when the bill was ridiculous. So it might be over the state, across the state fee. Didn't know that.
Yeah, man. You know, stuff happens, bro. So, I mean, it's terrible. The price jumps. I think she said it was like just from crossing the state border, it's another $15 added to the ride. Jeez. Even though, check this out, when she crosses into Jersey, she's less than a mile from where you cross the bridge, and it just adds $15 to the Uber ride.
She can't walk less than a mile.
Well, it's less than a mile, but if she were to go, she's walking through the city. I'm not going to do that to a young lady by herself. I'd rather.
I'm just asking. I wouldn't do that either. But I was just asking if it's that.
I'm sure she could, but she ain't gonna do it. You know, do it for the Vine.
I wouldn't do it either. I mean, like I was just thinking that it was a close walk or whatever, whatnot.
Got you. All right, so guys, we're gonna jump into this thing here, man. Super chats better not be off. Oh, they might be off on Wayne's channel. Depends on what channel you are in right now, Sean.
Yeah,
is Sean in your show or my show?
He's on my show because if the super chats are off, he's on my show. So super chats are on Nothing But Niners. I won't get super chats until Jesus comes back.
We're going to get super chats on Breezy's channel by my birthday. My birthday is coming up next month.
Hey.
And by my birthday, Wayne will have his super chats on. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm declaring it. We're going to flood that man's page. We're going to get those views up. We're going to get it there. We're good to go. They asked what I'm smoking. Tonight's flavor of the day. It's actually my all-time favorite hookah flavor. Where's the comment go?
Mike, I want to know more about this. So, like, what are you smoking? Rocks?
What the? All right. So you're gonna make me touch it. It's in a bag. It is fruit leaves and molasses.
Okay.
And it's flavored. Now, it's technically a tobacco product. All right. It is technically a tobacco product, but there's not a lot of tobacco in here. It's more molasses and syrups for the flavor. This one is wild berry mint. You light it with some coals on top, and it's a nice slow burn, so you can smoke for an hour straight, man. And it's just relaxing, and it tastes good. So that's why I do the hookah thing.
I see you. I see you, Playboy.
I see you, Playboy. Now I know a lot of people are like, like the hookah thing went really crazy like 5-6 years ago. I was on hookah back in 2000. Like
I didn't mean it as if it was rocks like crack.
But that's how I took it. But it's cool though. I'm okay.
No, I meant rocks because
No, that's right. You thought I was a crackhead. I understand.
No, bro. I remember. All right, so I remember before hookah.
He gonna tell me there's a different way to say you smoking rocks. I can't wait to hear you spin this. This better be good too.
All right, man. You gotta listen, bro. I was over in Egypt, and they had the same setup. And there was rocks. I wasn't crack. It was like flavored rocks I was smelling walking through the city. So that's why I asked you, were you smoking rocks? See? Always think the worst, man.
But see, so I got put on by hookah from this girl I was dating who was also Egyptian. And we always had, they called it shisha. Shisha, some people call it hashish, and that's like basically weed. Or it's like it gets you that feeling.
Maybe they were smoking opium, bro. Maybe that's why it was a rock.
I am smoking at. I'm turning this blur shit off because I'm tired of trying to show y'all.
Fire. Is that a Spider-Man hookah joint?
Yes, it is. Hold on. I want to show
My
y'all
birthday
this.
is January 15th. Can I get an Iron Man one, bro?
How do I turn this thing off? What? Oh, virtual background. I'm turning it on.
Yeah,
it's not even crazy enough to like even have it on. But yes, this is a Spider-Man, and this is the one. I have a light down here at the bottom, so you can change the LEDs and everything. So this is my little hookah setup I got going on here.
That's official, bro.
A little Spider-Man joint here. It looks good when we have company and everything. I got all the mouthpieces so everybody can smoke. And
I had to put this up there. So my bad, Mike.
He knows what he said, y'all. He knows what he said. He said I pulled up to my neighbors like, hey, can I borrow your microwave? Like, no, I'm not that guy.
Hi, Felicia.
Right.
All right, man. Let's get this show started, Mike. This is what I love about us. We talk about just about anything.
No, literally anything. And that's I wish people would get this through their heads, right? Content creators of any kind. I don't care what you're covering. Women's basketball, sports in general, politics, whatever. Let your personality shine through you. Your takes are going to be your takes, and your people are going to remember, but they're going to come back for your personality. Don't be afraid to be you, people. Like I say that all the time. Let people know who you are. Be a little bit vulnerable. Let people make fun of you. So what? So what?
Hey, Mike, do you want me to ask you this in private, or can I ask you on air?
Ask on air. I'm all about on air. Let's go, man. Keep it rolling.
All right. Can you go into your settings, on your computer settings, and turn that shit off?
Oh, I did the thing again.
Yeah.
See, I told you this is what I do.
This is why you got me, fam. Like we check. It's checks and balances here. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
mic check. How that sound now? Now you got to say something.
It's more when I talk. See, gone.
But I gotta turn it off. That's what I be saying, man. Hit that. You got that thing over the. Let's go, baby. That's it right there, man. Now we back in the business. I'm sorry, y'all, for the feedback. I don't know if y'all heard that or not or anything, but if you did, I apologize. But Chrissy, when I smoke hookah, I do inhale it because I like exhaling through my nose. This is gonna sound weird. Your taste buds in different spots of your mouth let you taste the flavors differently. So when I exhale through my nose, it goes to the back of your mouth and the taste buds on the back of your tongue. Don't do that, Wayne. There is a whole chart that shows you where each group of taste buds are on your tongue. The sweet is in one spot, the sour is in another spot.
I'm not doing anything. I just know if the same words uttered out of my mouth and I said the exact same thing trying to explain this whole chat would have been a different chat. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
What is a Nightbot and what link is this thing telling people to join? Did you do that?
Yes, that's my automatic promote me.
Oh boy, I'm about to block that mofo. Like man, it was about to go down.
I don't even know if you can block. It's coming from my channel. So Nightbot is an automatic bot, and so it'll like keep your chat like in line. But I took off those crazy it blocks a lot. Like if you typed in all caps, it'll be like, yo, keep typing in all caps. I'm gonna block you for
it got me like that one time on your
I had to delete
on your
Twitch, right?
I got mad. I was like, man, F this Twitch, then I ain't coming on here no more.
I had to go in there and turn it off, man. Yeah.
He be on point. That's like the pit bull of auto whatever. Like he on
so what's his name? A Jedi. So I just want to explain to you what happened was I had somebody managing the Nightbot. It wasn't me managing it. So that's what ended up happening. I think that's why my channel got hacked. So Nightbot isn't bad. I've been using it on Twitch this whole time. Ain't nothing wrong with my Twitch. I just was managing the Twitch one. I should have managed my YouTube one, and instead, bam, get hacked.
See, and Mike, I think this is no, I don't have a fan on right now, but I am outside, so y'all might hear a little bit of background noise when the wind blows or something like that. So
no, I don't. It sounds good actually.
So this is the link for Wayne's Patreon, guys. We have an exclusive weekly show over there for you guys. And if look, we mess around. We might be doing more than just one show a week over there. I ain't gonna hold you. So if you're subscribed to my Patreon, the first 3 episodes are gonna be on mine. But after that, if you want to see it continue, you got to get on over to the Wayne Breezy one and subscribe. So make sure y'all get over there, patreon.com/Wayne Breezy. All right, get on over there. I promise you guys it's worth it. All right. All right. Jason says, where is our brother Nick at? Miss my friend and brother. Listen, bro. Nick doesn't want to do the shows. I don't have any other way to say it anymore. I don't have any other way to say it. He says he works. I work. He says that he's busy. I'm busy. I got 4 kids. I got a wife that doesn't drive. 2 of my kids do extracurricular activities. If you wanted to do it, you would make time. Nick doesn't want to do the shows. But he is on Twitter, 49er Faithful 365. Hit him up. Check on him. I text Nick about playoff tickets to the Phillies game, and he didn't even respond to me. So I don't know. So I can't tell y'all anything else about Nick because I don't have an answer for y'all. All right. Mike, when you going to bring back OnlyFans? I'm not. Last episode, I was bugging. No, I wasn't. I was the most quiet person that whole episode except for my one rant. How in the world was I bugging last episode?
I'm gonna experiment with this OnlyFans thing. What do you got to do up there? We can do the music stuff up there.
You do whatever you want.
I would find you for music. See, the whole thing is, Mike and I love music, right? But the issue is, it has to be private or unlisted or whatever, because YouTube will like cut you. So that's the only reason why we don't do a lot of music stuff. We could talk about it, but we can't play it. But we can't play it.
It's so corny. That's why I like Patreon. Not trying to hold you like you could do all that on Patreon.
Facts.
You could do all that on Patreon. You know what I mean?
Facts.
He said never mention that throat. Like, all right, whatever, man. Can we get to the show? Can we? I've been trying
to segue into the news, and you the first time you into the chat. All right, Matt Mayoko reported preliminary 49ers injury report for Wednesday via Kyle Shanahan. No practice for Debo with his hamstring. Dre Greenlaw has the calf. Remember, they were listed day to day. I wouldn't expect him to practice anyway. Kyle Juszczyk's going to be out for a while. Eric Armstead with his foot. Jawan Jennings with a hammy. Samson Ebukam with an Achilles. Now, we're seeing this a lot with Samson Ebukam. Trent Williams vet day. Do you have the limiteds too, or the ticker at the bottom is cutting out the limited? And then Jason Verrett limited, right? So if you guys didn't know, Jason Verrett has been activated off the PUP, and he's going to be set to the active roster, right? Because unless they put him on the IR.
He's officially been put on the active roster.
Correct.
Right. It's already happened officially. But there's some names on that list that we got to talk about.
Okay, so who do you want to talk about first?
So I want to ask you this question. You saw the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Did Debo get hurt during the game?
I don't know if he got hurt during the game. I didn't watch the film. People said that he was running gingerly. I'm curious to know when, but there was a couple of runs he kind of got stopped on. So I didn't see him get hurt, but hammies pop up when they want. So
right,
hamstring injury.
And then I saw Kyle Juszczyk. I saw the play. He actually caught the ball.
Yeah, it was him getting extra.
It was a run, and then he went to like face mask somebody, like or stiff arm him, and his finger got caught in the joint. And I saw that, and then I saw him run to the side holding his hand. I was like, "Ooh, that's ugly." I don't know if he ever returned to the game after that, but that was bad. But I think Kyle Juszczyk might play on Sunday.
Well, I thought he had the surgery and he was going to be out for a week. I thought that's what it said.
So he had the surgery on Monday. No one has officially ruled him out yet. That's the thing. People are speculating he's probably not going to play. But let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something. If he don't play, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves. If he don't play,
I'm cool with it.
Hold on.
No,
I'm more than cool with it.
I'm more, bro. Let me just let's go back and forth, right? Let's start naming the backfield. You go first, I go second.
Christian McCaffrey.
You suck. Jeff Wilson Jr.
And that's the important part. Imagine both of them back there at the same time.
Come on, we're not done. Keep going.
Oh, you want to keep naming people?
Mm-hmm.
Ty Davis Price. I saw my man got a couple of carries last game too. What's up?
Hey, Jordan Mason can be activated this game, bro.
That's where we
we could disagree on it.
He could be active. He's gonna be active. He was active last game too.
He wasn't activated last game.
He was inactive last week.
He was inactive last week. Tevin Coleman just got signed back to the practice squad. Jordan Mason might be that guy to be activated this week. So I'm just saying, Juice being out, TDP, Ross Dwelly in the backfield, that could be something serious.
Kyle Shanahan likes to mislead teams. He likes to catch them off guard, give them more to think about than what they want to.
Especially this guy.
If you have a 2-back set and it's not Juice, it's Jeff Wilson Jr. and CMC, JWJ and CMC,
TDP.
Yeah, them alphabet boys gonna be going crazy on them, right?
That's the name of them, bro. That's what I want to call them, bro.
It's
That's
the alphabet boys, man. What's up? They're gonna be going crazy on them, man.
Mike, you forgot to tell me to turn off the red light, so I can remind you to turn off something.
Here we go.
And then you don't remind me to turn off the red light.
I only noticed it on your flag behind you. I didn't notice the whole thing.
I feel red in the face.
Well, fix it up. Let's see if you get that glow. I just noticed it on the flag.
Okay. Is it still there? I think
you look fine the whole time. It's off right now because the flag is white. I can see the flag.
I see what you're saying. I got you.
That's the only place I can notice it. That's the only place I can notice it. So my bad, bro. I didn't want to leave you hanging like that. But another name on this injury list here that we need to discuss is Jawan Jennings. What'd you say? Who?
I said all of them.
No, because I think
maybe not Trent Williams, but all of them.
Yeah, Trent Williams got the vet day, and
Trent Williams need to be out there practicing.
Shit. So what you trying to say?
I ain't trying to say shit. I just said it.
Yes, you are.
No, not.
Why does the most veteran player on the team need to be practicing? The most all-pro player on the team?
Because he ain't played all damn season, and maybe he need to go out there and practice so he can get in sync with the rest of the team. Just because listen, I know. Look, I hate practicing. Let me just keep it a book. I don't care what it's for. It could be for a show on Saturday Night Live. Just send me the charts. I'm showing up with the charts. But sometimes you gotta practice, especially if you've been missing. It's different if you've been around. But if you've been missing, man, go out there and practice with them boys, man. Show them young boys how the vets do it. You know what I mean? And then take your vet day. But he needed to practice, bro. He was all right. But he was good for an offensive tackle, but he wasn't Trent Williams good. You figure deal me? Felt like Nori right there.
So what you're saying is Trent Williams had a bad game.
No, I said he was good. I said he wasn't Trent Williams good, bro. That's exact. Don't fucking take the words that I say and try to find a way to taste.
Right, so my apologies. I'm gonna ask a very straight question. Did Trent Williams have a bad game? I dare you. I'm asking a separate question now.
He had two. He had one bad.
No, I don't want to know.
No,
yes.
He didn't have a bad game to me. He didn't.
Okay.
But here's the thing. You're gonna be mad when I say this. Shoot.
I don't think Mike will let you lie like that.
No, I'm not lying because I don't even think Mike McGlinchey had a bad game. I felt like he had bad calls.
Thank y'all for watching, man. Y'all know how we do it over here, man. Thank y'all for glory.
Listen, he got put on his butt one time. He got beat for 2 sacks. But the majority of Mike McGlinchey's issues for me were the freaking penalties, bro. He get beat every game. We should be used to that shit by now. I'm used to it. I'm not used to him getting holding calls and penalties over and over again. That's what Mike McGlinchey did. And when Trent Williams get his penalty, that's the first thing you like to call out. What?
He doing shows with Grant now?
Who? Oh, that's what's up. And listen, I'm happy for the guy. As long as Nick is well and his health is good, that's all I care about.
All right, so
I don't think Mike McGlinchey had as bad of a game as everybody is saying. I'm not saying he didn't have a bad game, but I felt like Mike McGlinchey, he had some plays and they don't get shown. Look, I can't wait to I know I did the film break with Rohan, but I just watched the film with him. I'm about to break down Mike McGlinchey. And I'm gonna tell you every play where I felt like he messed up. But I really think those penalties is what really hurt the 49ers because every time they got something going, You got it called back. That's how I think.
I know it's not the super chat segment, but just
What's this say?
TP3 ply.
The hell does that mean?
Toilet paper. 3-ply toilet paper?
Why are we
Is that
talking about toilet paper?
We're gonna get back to it later. He'll explain.
I
I'm
just
sure
want to know who he's talking about.
during the super chat segment. We'll get to it, I guess. That's funny. That is funny. All right, guys, I'm in a way too silly mood, so y'all got to stop. I really don't want to watch. Oh, she said that was a joke. Okay, Kristen. See, I was the joke went off my face real fast, right? But it's cool.
I was like, oh snap. I wouldn't know.
And then you talking about some, oh God bless him, everything, man.
Why not, man? Listen, you gotta look. I ain't got time to be like mad at people and feeling some type of way, yo. Like, do you? That's my motto, bro.
You know, in the Bible, they talk about turning the other cheek and you know, doing to others if you have them do unto you and things like that and all, right? Like that's admirable. I'm still a work in progress. Just let y'all know if I'm trying. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there one day.
That was That was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful.
I'm gonna get there, bro. I'm gonna get there. All right, let's keep it moving with the news, though, man. So that injury list is kind of long, but there is more news here. We kind of talked about it already. This is from NBCS 49ers. All right, this says Juice will likely miss Week 8 versus the Rams, while the status for other key 49ers remain up in the air via Matt Mayoko. Now, this is just a link to an article. You guys can go check that out if you like to. Matt Mayoko's report for NBC Sports Bay Area. But we started talking about it, Wayne. Let's get back into this, man. I still haven't seen Juice ruled out, and you can play with a broken finger.
You can play with a broken hand. You can play with a broken hand. You can. Jimmy Ward had a week off. I think they give him a week off because they might not necessarily need him. Look, I think Kyle gets creative here. You already talked about you just freaking teased me with a backfield of running backs, and he's talking about TDP. I got you. You teased me with the back of running backs, and I'm excited to see. Well, first of all, Kyle don't run these motherfuckers anyway, so it ain't like we're gonna see a bunch of these running backs. But I'm excited to see what we do minus Juice. The thing about Juice is he's just like that Swiss Army knife, and not the like cheap one. You know what I'm saying? Not the one that come with like 4 things or 5 things or 6 things. The standard looking one. He the souped up version of the Swiss Army knife, right? You're gonna be missing that, and that could be a problem. But you know. It's not like Juice plays 100% like mistake free. I mean, I watched a couple of missed blocks this last game too before that play. So look, all I'm saying is Juice get healthy. Why risk coming out there doing more damage to anything or getting injured in another way or whatever? Just take the week off, take the 2 weeks, come back, be ready to be that team's utility knife. Look,
let me ask you this. Let's play this game. He's not there. We talked about the excitement and the misdirection that you can create with 2 running backs back there instead of 1 and a fullback, right? Mm-hmm. And that's going to create a lot of mismatches, in my personal opinion, because people forget and sleep on Jeff Wilson's hands only because Kyle doesn't utilize him that way. But I want to ask, if Juice is not out there and we do decide that we want to use a fullback, a lead blocker, maybe, who would that be? Because I have an answer for you, and I don't think it's going to be who you think it is. So who would the lead blocker be for a Christian McCaffrey or even a Jeff Wilson Jr. if they're going to run a couple of 2-back sets and not be good?
No, I didn't want you to stop. I'm just putting 2 so I don't forget my thoughts.
No, that's it. That's what I'm asking. So.
I got 2 options. Number 1, Ross Dwelly, right? And so this is Ross Dwelly actually made his name with the 49ers when Juice was injured the year he was here, right? That's one option. That's probably going to be your first option too, because Ross Dwelly plays the spell back. We've heard that term before, right? He's going to play that guy. And then listen, we saw TDP get some fullback snaps a couple of games ago. And that's your power guy. And I wouldn't mind TDP being a power guy with a speed guy with another guy. You could put 3 running backs out there. I don't think I've ever seen 3 running backs in a Kyle Shanahan's formation. That's 3 running backs. So we're gonna go 31 personnel. Like what? Like 3 running backs, a tight end, and a wide receiver, or 32 personnel, 3 running backs, 2 tight ends. Like, what are we doing here? So like it could work. Or 22. Will we run more 22 personnel? 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, still put Ross Dwelly in the backfield as a running back. And now it appears that you got 3 running backs out there, but he's still a tight end. So there's so many different formations and different schemes that Kyle Shanahan is probably working on. And now you got the fact you got CMC. Listen, if they don't get this man some screens, some somethings, we're gonna have a problem because this dude is electric.
Yeah, I from what I saw in the game, I saw TDP as a lead blocker a couple of times in this last game.
See?
So I'm wondering if he's the team's alternate fullback. Is he the AJ Dillon of the 49ers?
It's a possibility, man. And remember, AJ Dillon wasn't a fullback. It's just that they still had Aaron Jones. So I like the way you're thinking about this, Mike. And listen, you saw, look, I don't think TDP is an outside zone runner. A couple of plays he ran in this last game, his 2 runs were kind of like outside zones, but I felt like one was like more of a halfback cut play. He didn't have the vision to cut back inside to turn it up to get some yards. That's where his blocking was, and he doesn't have the speed to get to the outside, so that's why it was like negated for like a big gain. It was like 2 yards, maybe 1 yard on that play. Listen, he needs reps. The kid needs to play football. He's definitely a football player. He's definitely a running back. And make it true money TMG. Our bye week is after this game. So after the Rams, we get the bye. Then we go home. Sunday night football, baby. Los Angeles Chargers.
That's right. That's right. 2 LA teams back to back for the Niners. And it's going to be a lot of fun. 2 LA teams for the Niners, man. Back to back, baby. Week 9 bye week. Perfect time in the schedule. Right in the middle of the season. Let this team regroup. Another week for CMC to learn the system, man. And there's one more piece of news that we need to get to here that I would like us to discuss. And it is as follows. Bong. Oh, no. I did that one already. This is a tweet that I posted. All right. This isn't news necessarily, but I got to ask the chat. I want to ask you, Wayne. This is a tweet from me. All right. It says, going to ask y'all a question, and I just want to say ahead of time, don't read too much into it. Matt Ryan was just benched in Indy. Would y'all trade him and Jimmy Garoppolo straight up? I understand what it's going to do to salary cap and all that. I get all of that, but I'm talking about the players. I want y'all to think this year. I want y'all to think going forward as a backup for Trey Lance. Just think about it, process it, and now let's discuss. Wayne, what say you? And include new contracts and blah blah blah. Do whatever it is that you want to do.
No, let's bar the contract talk. Let's just talk straight up. Matt Ryan's a lot older. Matt Ryan is nowhere near the same as what what he was back when Kyle was in Atlanta. Can Matt Ryan be the competent quarterback? Is he more competent, in my opinion, than Jimmy Garoppolo? I would say yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if I would trade him straight up. I don't know. Do I like Matt Ryan as a backup? I like where you're going with this though, because I think he would be a 10 times better, more mentor for a guy like Trey Lance, right? A guy that could get outside the pocket. We watch Matt Ryan was a former MVP. When the hell has Jimmy Garoppolo been an M?
I mean, he's a millionaire. Does that count as an M? Like that?
I like the way you think, but no, hell no.
I'm trying to give my man the benefit of the doubt.
I'm just saying though, like that might be a good option. And if your boy Trey have something, and listen, it's Trey's team going forward, but if something was to happen as far as injury, maybe Matt Ryan could come in here, and possibly, do some things. So I would do this. I would trade him straight up. Why? Because I would like to see, look, it's not the athleticism that we're looking for when we deal with quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, right? We're not looking for that. We're looking for QB competence, right? We're looking for a guy that can recognize something and say, no, nope, can't throw there. Yep, can throw there, right? We're looking for that particular player. And I know Matt Ryan struggled in Indianapolis. Maybe it just wasn't the system for him. Some guys go to different systems and they don't fit. We know Matt Ryan fits with Kyle Shanahan. You dig me? Like, we know that, right? And so I would do it. I say, why not, man? Why not? He'll be, like I said, and don't act like seasoned quarterbacks, older quarterbacks, if they still have the tendency to want to play, they should then they take their role, the guy with the clipboard, and be ready to go in if anything is to happen. Like that's how football used to be. It's totally different now, but that's how it was. It was always the older quarterback, bro. A Jedi says Ryan doesn't protect the ball either. Look, Ryan's offensive line is probably worse than our offensive line. He didn't have a run game. How many games Jonathan Taylor played in this year? Two. Two. Ask me how I know. I had the first
You
pick.
got him in fantasy,
football,
don't
bro.
you?
First pick in fantasy football. I'm now like 0-6 because that cat.
Oh man.
First pick.
Man.
I never want to pick first again, yo.
Should have drafted McCaffrey.
And the only reason why I didn't draft McCaffrey, bro,
because of the injuries. I know why you didn't draft him. Come on, man. That's why I know that everyone who didn't draft him first or second, that's exactly why. Exactly. I was in a league where he went like 5th or 6th, bro.
Right, but my point is I drafted him 2 years in a row. Those 2 years in a row that I drafted him, what happened, Mike? Injuries. So it was like I'm gonna stay away from him. But yeah, that's what it is. So I'm going with Matt. What would you do?
The chat is pretty split, bro.
That's good. I like 50-50. I think 50-50 is cool.
See, Niner faithful. See, I was with the yes and no's, but we know this offense works with Jimmy. Does it though? Does this offense work with this defense? Played at an they were on like record-setting pace,
bro. Listen,
come on, man.
I think what's frustrating is that we're not credentialed, and if we were credentialed, if we were credentialed, we would do the same freaking type of show, right? The credential ain't gonna change who we are. My point in me saying that is we've been saying that Jimmy Garoppolo no longer fits in this system. The system has progressed and Jimmy Garoppolo has regressed. That's the opposite. RG3 on ESPN said that the issue with the 49ers is the quarterback. The whole damn team has to be great in order for Jimmy Garoppolo to win. He said, now I know we've been saying it, but don't nobody listen to us. That was my whole point about being credentialed. He said, and now he gets all the credentials and stuff. He said, or the accolades, excuse me, that, Jimmy needs the defense to play at 100%. Jimmy needs all his pass catchers to catch the ball and make every play. He's not making everybody else better. Quarterbacks typically usually makes the rest of the team better, bro. That's what good quarterbacks do. I know, Mike, I agree with you when you say, yo, man, when we drop a pass and it's wide open, help your quarterback out. That's a different situation. But Jimmy has to find a way to level up. And that's it. And that's going to be the next title of one of my episodes. Level up. When will Jimmy level up? Can Jimmy level up?
All right. It was just a question, and I honestly didn't have an answer. A lot of times people post those kind of questions. They have an answer in mind. They want to see if people agree with them. I just this very moment, I don't have an answer. People are saying that he has a shoulder injury, but when I went to go look that up, the Colts made it clear we did not bench him because of a shoulder injury.
Correct.
So I don't know. I don't know. There's a part of me that says, he would know what Kyle wants to do better than Jimmy, maybe, but it comes down to execution, right? And we see that every week. Like what is it? What exactly is it? So I don't know, man. It was just a question. I'm not sure. But listen, we're going to keep the show moving. We're going to turn the page here, guys. And we're going to start talking about these Rams. Now, Wayne.
Yes.
My goal is this.
Okay.
We're going to get through this whole episode, and we can wrap this up soon.
Yes.
We're going to get through this whole episode, and we are not going to mention Kyle's regular season record against this team.
Okay.
I don't want that to be the reason, because it's irrelevant.
Records are relevant, and that's true. But I mean, there's validity to some of it, because you got to look at the situation and say, damn, man, Kyle sure does beat him in the regular season. Like when has he lost? Kyle's what, 3-7, 3-8? And Jimmy Garoppolo, and then you don't want me to pull up the record, but Jimmy Garoppolo's 7-0. He lost one game in the postseason. So the reason why I say you got to talk about the record is because they play better against this team. I don't know what it is. They just play better. Deebo Samuel has games. George Kittle turns up. Kyle Shanahan outcoaches Sean McVay. He finds ways. And so you got to factor in the record, because winning is winning, Mike, at the end of the day. And owning a team is owning a team. And the only way you can own a team is if you have a better record. And so I feel like you got to factor that in. And I know we talk about Jimmy being issues and Jimmy this and Jimmy that, but I tell you what, man, Jimmy finds a way to play some of his best football against the Los Angeles Rams, and you can't let that go unnoticed. That's the only thing I'm trying to say. You can't let that go unnoticed. You can't, because Jimmy Garoppolo, for some reason, puts on his big boy draws, his big boy pants, and the big boy pads, and he goes out there and he delivers. Even when he's having a bad game, he delivers. Like, he's able to help this team win. Now, the question is, will everybody else step up to the plate to go along with RG3? But and that's why I say you got to factor in the record. Let's go back and watch every game. I felt like the only game Jimmy really needed help to win was last year, the one to get into the playoffs, the second game against the Rams. Jimmy struggled in that game, but he was hurt by then. He was hurt. And so maybe because he was hurt, that was part of the reason why he struggled against the Rams. But other than that, Jimmy's had some pretty good dominant games against the Rams. So if you don't want to go off the record, we can go off statistics per game, if that makes you feel better. And I'm down for that.
It does. Because I hear everybody say, and I'm guilty of it too, right? The Rams are the get-right team for the 49ers. Every year, the Seahawks are struggling no matter what they're bad at, right? 2 or 3 seasons ago, the Seahawks could not pass the ball against anybody. And they went out and threw the ball for damn near 350 yards against the Niners, right? We seem to always be the get-right team for Seattle, always, except for the first time we played them this year, right? And so I feel like all that stuff has to be thrown aside. Now, I do understand what you're saying. For whatever reason, Kyle seems to really, really get in his coaching bag there. What's the biggest threat to the Niners on the Rams? Because
good point.
We're going to talk about the offensive side of the ball, but what's the biggest threat to the Niners when
the
Rams come in?
The biggest threat is to find a way to limit 2 players. That's it. It's 2 players. 2 players you got to find a way to limit. Green Mobster, what's good? The link is right there below you where that Nightbot is clicking. If you check that, just grab that link, paste it, and it'll take you right to the page. 2 players, Aaron Donald, okay? Aaron Donald and Cooper Kupp. You limit them, right? Now, if you want to ask this question, who's more of the threat, Cooper Kupp or Aaron Donald? Now we talking. And I'm going to go with Aaron Donald. Okay, go ahead. I would love to know why not.
Cooper Kupp is clearly and far and away more of a threat than Aaron Donald is.
I disagree 100%. 100%.
The Niners will hold the Rams to 250 yards total offense, and Cooper Kupp will have 190 of them himself.
Yeah, but if you keep them, they also keep them out of the end zone. But here's why I feel like Aaron Donald's more of a threat. Because if Aaron Donald unrattles Jimmy Garoppolo early, then the Niners have 0 chances of winning this game. The Niners have to make sure that they game plan and they prep for Aaron Donald. They let Cooper Kupp do what he needs to, what he does. He's going to eat no matter where he plays because he can line up at the X, the Y, and the Z. He's a mismatch. That's just who he is. But you got to find a way to limit Aaron Donald from getting to your quarterback. You can let everybody else sack your quarterback, but when Aaron Donald does it, it does something. And that's why Daniel Brunskill is a big key factor in this game. And that's why I feel like Aaron Donald. Now, a lot of people might not agree with me, but that's how it is. And that's how it's been. And that's why the 49ers have been successful. they found ways to limit Aaron Donald. Am I correct or am I wrong? Like, that's what they do.
I completely agree. I completely agree. So, yes, but that's why I say he's not a threat, because he hasn't done anything against us in a while, significant.
Because he is the threat, and they make sure they find a way to remove the threat.
I forgot to real quick, we'll come back to this. I forgot to read this. VZ408 says, is JV back? Yes, the 49ers activated Jason Verrett from the physically unable to perform list. Doesn't mean he's ready to play, but it keeps alive the possibility that he can be a contributor for the team at some point this season. So, maybe I was wrong. Maybe he's not on the if you're off of PUP, you have to be on the active 53, right?
He's on the active 53, guys. Okay. So he is activated to the 53. He can also be inactive on Sunday.
Yes, right. So we'll see what happens.
It's the same thing they did with Dante Johnson. Now the question is Dante Johnson go back to the practice squad? Now we haven't heard that news yet, so we're about to figure it out soon, I'm sure. But he is taking up an active roster spot. They had to, or they would have lost him for the season.
I agree. I completely agree. Okay. All right. So let's get to some keys to victory for this game, right? All right. The Niners are they're in a very interesting position. I'm not mad at the 3-4 record. I picked the Chiefs to win last game. I don't like the way we lost, but we lost. A loss is a loss, right? When the season's over, I don't care how bad you lost to a team unless you got to play them again in the postseason. So only way we play the Chiefs in the postseason is if we happen to make it to the Super Bowl, and they are there too. So I'm not worried about the Chiefs right now. All right. But this team, Wayne, we saw Christian McCaffrey out there. We saw Trent Williams back from his injury. Mm-hmm. We saw Jimmy Ward back from his injury. Mm-hmm. We saw, oh God, I'm blanking so hard right now. Travarius Ward. We saw Travarius Ward.
Gotta call him Mooney. He doesn't like being called Travarius. Gotta call him Mooney, just in case he's watching.
Okay. We saw Mooney back. And I'm going to be honest with you. All those names, and I feel like there's someone else I'm missing too. Oh, Bosa. Damn it. Bosa. All those names, including Bosa, were liabilities in some way, shape, or form in this game.
They were all liabilities, Mike.
They all cost the team in a major way at some point in this game.
Yep.
All right. Hufanga came back. He's been in and out of the lineup. You know what I'm saying? My question to you is this. These are big names that we were depending on to be major contributors in a positive light. Mm-hmm. What we saw in this game, was it due to so many players coming back off of being injured and their first game back? Mm-hmm. Or the Chiefs really have our number and they exploited something in the 49ers? Was it execution, or was it scheme, or a combination? How did you see this game that went terribly wrong for the 49ers? Because, like I said, all these players that returned from injury, they all of a sudden cost this team in some way, shape, or form.
So it's some of both, right? Because Andy Reid schemed the hell. I mean, you got beat. We got beat on some of our own play calls. Like these are our play calls. Like these, I'm sure Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, whoever is running that offense was like, "Yo, man, I'm just gonna take that jet sweep. They ain't running it, so I'm just gonna use it. We're gonna hit them with it, and we're gonna put McCole Harmon, one of the fastest guys in the NFL. They never ran that against us, Mike. They never ran the jet sweep against us. They might have ran it with Tyreek Hill, but it didn't do what McCole Harmon did because they have different speed. Look, it was some of both. Guys, a lot of our players were coming off of injuries we all say, hey man, we got to be in football shape, right? It's not see, Fish Whisperer, don't. That's not what happened. They weren't rushed back. At some point, they got to play. It's not that they were playing injured. They just weren't playing up to 49er football speed. The Chiefs were kind of like fresh. Did they have some injuries? Absolutely. You know where they didn't have a lot of injuries? On their front, on their defense. They made sure that their defensive rotation was fresh. Frank Clark was fired up, literally ready to go on drugs. I think he got suspended for something, but whatever it was, they were fired up. And the 49ers, couldn't find a way to negate it. Now, Mike, there was a difference between the first half and the second half of football. The first half of football, the Niners were in it, but they missed out on opportunities. I can't blame that too much on the defense. The 49ers missed scoring touchdowns in the red zone, missed opportunities, right? Now, they ended up trailing, and then they ended up, still trailing at the end of the first half, right? Second half, special teams, lack of discipline, just one little, and it only takes one thing. And then you're talking about having a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo, you know what I'm saying, trying to come through this adversity. And I'll keep it a buck. He kept the team in it as long as he could, and then he folded. So, like, the Chiefs took advantage of the 49ers injured players coming back. They took advantage of our attrition, and they won. It's football. It's football, though. Like, find the weakness, attack it. Isn't that everything in life? Find the weakness, attack it. And so that's what they did. And I felt like from that point on, 49ers had no chance. And when we did our halftime show, you were asking everybody, do we stand a chance? It was 14-13. The moment before we even got off the show, there was a big return and then a 15-yard penalty tacked onto that return. And that's when I realized that this game was over. In Little Flip's voice, game over. Mike, how do you feel about this?
So I think the truth of the matter is they got us at the right time. Now, even if both teams were healthy, it should have been a shootout. It should have been a bang-bang game, right? Either defenses were going to show up and both teams were going to struggle, or offenses were just going to go to war, but it was not going to be as lopsided as it felt, especially in the fourth quarter. The game was pretty close for the majority of the game, but we saw the same thing happen in the Super Bowl that year, right? So it is what it is. The Chiefs had our number this game. Like you said, I'm going to blame it on one thing and one thing only: attrition. These players coming back from being injured, right, were the Travarius Mooney Ward, the best corner we have active on the team. Just caught him slipping, right? Trent Williams, the best tackle we have on the team. They caught him slipping. Nick Bosa, not once, but twice, back to back, lining up off sides. These are mental errors. He's a guy trying to compensate or overcompensate for some of the stuff that's going on. And they had Bosa's number. They used his aggressiveness against him all game long, right? Jimmy Ward, Jimmy Ward. Like what do you want me to say? I saw people catching touchdowns on Jimmy Ward that I can't remember their names. I never heard of them before. You know what I'm saying? So they targeted guys who were injured, coming off of injury, and said, hey, let's just see if they're back at peak playing conditions. And it turns out we weren't. That's okay. That is okay. You give these guys another week to get acclimated, right? You give Christian McCaffrey another week to learn the system. You give Kyle some more time to figure out what's going to happen. And I'm not saying that we would have won that game if this happened later in the season or if we were all healthy. I don't know that. But what I am saying is they capitalized on the fact that some of these players were injured and recovering heading into this game. They did what they're supposed to do. Any good football coach is going to take advantage of a player that is ailing or a player that is a backup. The only coach I don't see do it,
Kyle Shanahan.
Fucking Kyle Shanahan. He's the only coach I don't see do it. How many times in the game have you seen a corner go down and the very next play by Kyle is a run play? Like, bro, this man is hurt. He's out. Target the replacement. Target that guy just on one play. I don't care if it's third down. Just try it. See if he's ready. See if he's about it. Kyle don't do those kind of things. And so those are the things that kind of bother me about him, but I'm not here to complain about him. I'm going to ask you straight up. I'm going to wrap this thing up here. Can the Niners win this game?
So can they win? Yes. And they can do it in several ways. They got to stick to, they got to get back to the basics, man. The 49ers, in my opinion, this week, they should be just practicing how to not F up. The 49ers shoot themselves in the foot. Every one of their losses, they've shot themselves in the foot, whether it's a close loss, whether it was getting blown out by the Kansas City Chiefs. They shoot themselves in the foot. What do I mean by that? Well, they get penalties, Mike, at the worst opportune times of the game, Mike, literally. And then if you factor in the turnovers, Mike, if you lose the turnover battle 9 times out of 10, you're losing the game, right? So the 49ers got to win the turnover battle. Now, they were winning the turnover battle at one point, right? They got an interception, okay? And they had a fumble, botched fumble on the return by Samuel Womack causing that fumble. That looks good back there, Mike. I like that. I feel like you at the disco, dog. So they were winning the turnover battle at that time, Mike. And guess what? They were winning the game. When they were winning the turnover battle, they were winning the game. The 49ers want to win this game. They got to find a way to win over the turnover battle. And that would be one of my keys to victory. Win the turnover battle. My keys to victory is going to be coming out very shortly. I'll be doing an article for 49ers Web Zone as well as a video. So make sure you guys check that out. All right. That all should be released by this Saturday. So Mike, it's crazy, bro. It's like, what in the F is going on? They beat themselves. And they got to figure out a way to not beat themselves because they're getting opportunities.
Yeah, I agree with you. Talking about opportunities. Look at how many times we were in scoring position and had to settle for field goals in that game, right?
That's my point.
Team Cali here, he says it's concerning that we can't score touchdowns, right? Whether it's in the red zone, whether it's in the goal line situations. How many
field goals did we have in that game? 2 or 3?
It was 23, 7, 10. We had 13, so that was 2 field goals right there. 1 more touchdown, so 3 field goals.
So 3 field goals. 3 field goals. 3 field goals in the game. And I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Now, just to be clear, if they were all touchdowns, we still lose that game. It's only 35 points.
Well, it's not that we lose the game, it's that the game would have been different. You can't say we would have lost if we would have scored touchdowns, because if we get that touchdown, we go up 17-0, bro. That's a different ball game. That's a different game plan.
That's a game that plays into their hands, though. The Chiefs, specifically the Chiefs.
Not for Kyle Shanahan, because he don't know how to hold on to leads, and he goes conservative. But right. you have to figure they're gonna throw the ball, and so you can kind of look. If for me, the 49ers knew they can drive and they can score on this team, which they could have all game.
Right.
They easily would have went up 17, or they should have been up 21-0. Andrew Martinez, you're right. They had to settle for a field goal to get 10.
It's going to sound crazy, right? But the Chiefs thrive in big deficits. The year they won the Super Bowl, they were down to every single opponent, including the 49ers, by at least 2 scores. Y'all remember that game against, wasn't it Houston or some shit like that? It was a I'm pretty sure it was Houston they played in that postseason, or Tennessee. One of those teams had them by 3 scores. Patrick Mahomes goes to the sideline and say, hey, Andy Reid says, yo, and then they say, you know what? Go out there and just have fun. We're going to lose this game. Let's go out there and have fun. And they let those boys play backyard football, and they tear shit down. There it is right there, Houston, 24-0. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The bigger the deficit, the faster Andy Reid says, hey, just go play and have fun. If we're going to go out, let's at least have fun while we do it. And when they flip that switch, it is all hell to be paid. And they did the same thing to us in the Super Bowl. When we had that nice lead, they were like, oh, we think we can get them with this play. Remember, they showed the mic'd up, you think we can get them with this play? And they called a deep shot down the field. And then it was a busted coverage. And then boom, they right back in it. They love that. They thrive in that shit, bro. So a big lead don't really sway them, bro. It doesn't discourage that team. We're going to go out on our terms. What we're not going to do is beat ourselves anymore. You're good at this. You go do that. I'm good at this. I will buy time. My man was in shotgun and took a 7-step drop. Tell me one time you've seen that happen in the NFL during a Super Bowl. I've never seen that in my entire life in the Super Bowl, bro. In shotgun and took a 7-step drop to air that hoe out. They play a different brand of football when the lead is big. They have to overcome those leads. And here's another thing that I like about them. There's no saving a play for next week with them. I don't care if it's week 1. We're not saving it. If we think we got something in the tuck that we can do against the team that's going to benefit us, they don't care about putting it on film. I'll draw up a new one. Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, they don't care about teams seeing it. Hey, remember that play. I hope y'all do. We ain't going to run it for another 8 weeks. Remember that play. We're going to come up with some more shit. That seems to be what they do. Now, looking ahead at the Rams, the Niners seem to have their numbers. And McVay seems to get conservative when he's playing against Kyle. Why? I don't know. But there's going to come a point in time, and it might be this season, where McVay says, you know what? I'm just going to let it all go. I'm going to let it all hang out. Van Jefferson's going to be coming back soon. I don't know when.
Yeah, that's true. He might play this week.
See, he's been sitting on my IR in fantasy league and 2 of my leagues all season long. He's going to come back soon. And when he comes back, boy, you better watch out. I hope it's this game. I'm not worried about him coming back this week, because if he's a 1-week player coming back, then that's fine. I'm not worried about somebody in their first game back. Hopefully, he's like how the Niners injured players are returning. They're just not quite ready. Hopefully. But
that only works for the Niners, bro.
Yeah. So I should be worried about him.
You absolutely should.
I'm not starting him. I'm not starting him against my team. I'm not going to do that. His ass going to stay right on my IR on my bench until I have to activate him.
He'll have about 40 points, but it's all good. Keep him on the bench. No, because it's the issues when you think about this team, the issues are just they're so deeply rooted into the brand of our head coach, right? And so how many times have I asked Kyle Shanahan, Mike, or yelled or cried or cursed or screamed, let them just play football? I think Jimmy Garoppolo would even play better if he just let them play football.
That backyard football mentality. Jimmy said that himself, Wayne. He said it himself. Kyle, you know what happens when the game starts to get out of hand? Kyle becomes more of a control freak.
Correct.
This is what I want you to do. And it's evident by that 4th down play in the game where he threw it to Debo in triple coverage. Jimmy never looked anywhere else. He snapped the ball, looked right to the left, and he never looked anywhere else. You can't win games like that. You can't.
Correct.
But fortunately for us, this will be a close game. The winner is going to win this game by less than 4 points. I can guarantee it. It don't matter who wins, whether it's the 49ers or if it's
definitely going to be it's definitely going to be a closer game than the second one, because I do believe Van Jefferson is back. That's another weapon. We don't even know. It looked like Mooney Ward was at practice today, and it looked like he was good. So that's a good thing. That's a thumb up. I would say, Mike, that whole injury list that we looked at and the guys that came back from last week, they should be better. It should be their game 2.
Yes,
and again, they're playing the Rams. It's another team that they like to play against. But look, no, it's okay. But when you look at this list, Jawan Jennings is probably going to be 9 times out of 10. It's funny that everybody's worried about.
He's getting benched. I'm telling you right now, he's getting benched. This is not a hamstring, and he's not playing next week. He's getting benched.
Jennings not playing this week?
No, he's not.
Really?
He's not playing this week. Hey, remind me when we're doing the pregame show an hour before kickoff. He will be inactive on Sunday. He's not playing.
I don't think so. I think Jawan Jennings has pretty big games. He bails Jimmy Garoppolo out, especially against the Rams. For some reason, they don't defend him well. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. Jawan Jennings is a good target for Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't think you can ever bench him, regardless if he drops passes or not. You need him out there, especially on thirds. We're in a lot of third and longs. You want Jawan Jennings out there, especially over Ray. Because you don't necessarily need that deep route down the field. You just need to get the damn first down.
You letting that overtime play affect your judgment. That's what's happening. I think. I could be wrong.
No, but even this season, he's caught some big 3rd downs from Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. He drops passes, but so does Brandon Ayuk, so does Deebo Samuel, so does everybody, so does Ray.
Who's the better route runner?
He's not the greatest route runner. The best route runner on the team.
Better route runner.
Out of who?
Him and Brandon Ayuk. And wait. Before you answer that, I'm asking because just at the end of last season, Kyle said Jennings was a better route runner.
Yeah.
Right. Now I'm asking this year.
But it's not his route running that's the issue. I think Jawan Jennings is still a good route runner. I think Jawan Jennings just doesn't have that get off speed like everybody else. So Brent Ayuk's route running, he's adding in whip routes. Jawan Jennings ain't doing no damn whip route. That boy do a whip route. By the time the ball thrown, he get into his break, the ball's intercepted going to the other way because he's not quick.
Tell me your active receivers for this game.
Where do we normally go? Do we go with 4?
I'm asking you for your. I'm just
curious to know like what that normal number is.
All right, so here we go. Last week the inactives were as follows. I have that list here. I actually showed it by mistake, so we can go over that now.
Appreciate you, Fish.
Right here. All right, so the inactives last week were. Hold on, I want to
had all the wide receivers out there last week because Danny Gray played.
Danny Gray played as well. But
so
we know that's not normal.
I mean, I don't know. I like Danny Gray would probably be the inactive guy.
So you had all right. So then who did we have up last week? And
we'll wrap this up. I
got to run.
Tell you what, it possibly could be Jawan Jennings inactive because of the hamstring.
Well, okay. So hear me out. Debo, Ayuk, Danny Gray.
Yeah.
But hear me out. Danny Gray, Ray McLeod, Jawan Jennings. Those were the 5 guys active last week.
Yes.
Which one of those guys are you benching in this game for Jawan Jennings?
Danny Gray.
You not? Oh, okay. I hear you. All right. We'll see what happens.
What has Danny Gray done for this team, Mike?
Nothing.
Oh, he's done
nothing.
I felt like Jawan Jennings has done a tad bit more than Danny Gray. Jawan Jennings has first downs. Danny Gray has none.
I agree. I completely agree. Danny Gray is a deep threat, and he pulls a safety with him every time he runs a route.
He is pulling them, but Jimmy.
Listen, I guess my point is the third down routes that we see Jawan Jennings running.
Yeah,
Ayuk can run those routes, and he can do more after the catch.
But you need Ayuk running other routes to free up the middle of the field for, like, it's a weird system, bro. Like 9 times out of 10, Ayuk is being double covered, whereas Jawan Jennings isn't, and the ball's hospital. So who you want going up for the hospital ball? I want the bigger guy, and usually it's Jawan Jennings, bro. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. And as far as Danny Gray, his route running sucks, right? So you're saying he's pulling over his safety. His route running is not good, Mike. It's not.
Oh! You said Danny Gray. I thought you were talking about Jawan Jennings. I was gonna say I'm not going to do my man Jennings like that.
No, I would. No. I'm talking about Gray. His route running, even his deep routes aren't it, because he has to figure out. Oh shoot, I can't win with speed. I gotta learn a jump move to get the step on this DB. The DBs in the NFL a little different. We got some DBs we got to play coming up. Now, it's his red shirt year, and I'm cool with that, right? But I feel like Jawan Jennings, if healthy, will go. But if he's not healthy, Mike, Danny Gray gets the call up. Jawan Jennings is inactive, or Jawan Jennings is healthy. Debo's inactive. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be weird.
Or Debo's inactive
because of the hamstring. I'm just thinking of the hammies.
Oh, okay. Oh, due to injuries. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens, man. Guys, we're gonna be back. We're gonna do another show before the end of the week. I promise you guys that. We will have a call-in show. I see Melissa asking again. We will have a call-in show this week before the game. Before the game, we will have another call-in show. Okay. So make sure you guys have your notifications turned on. Hell, I might even do it tomorrow. We'll see what happens, but. We'll have another call-in show, so make sure you guys have the notifications on. Make sure you read the descriptions of each game. We're going to have a lot of fun leading into this game, the get-right game for the 49ers, all right? We're going to come back and bounce back really hard against the Rams. We'll see how things turn out, but until then, that's going to do it for us tonight. Make sure you guys head on over, subscribe to my man Wayne Breezy's channel. The link is in the chat right now, so make sure you guys get on over there, subscribe, all right? Subscribe. We'll talk about everything else later. That's going to do it for us tonight, man. Wayne, you got any final thoughts? You ready to go home, bro?
I'm ready to go home, bro, man. Great show, Mike. Thank you for having me here, bro. This was fun. This is like we just did a back-to-back.
They don't even know. They got to get the Patreon to see it. They don't even know.
Yeah, they got to get on.
You want to know what's crazy? I'm recording another episode tonight. And I'm doing a giveaway inside. Yes, inside that episode, I'm doing another giveaway. So, guys, head on over to patreon.com/NB9ERS. I'm going to be doing a nice giveaway over there. So make sure you guys are there. All right. But that's going to do it for us here. We thank you all for checking us out. Wayne, let's go home, bro. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always,
you got to remain faithful, y'all. Stay up. Peace.
One.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing